Hello there, and welcome to Science for Bedtime. I'm so glad you found your way here. Take a moment now to settle in, just as you are. Let your shoulders soften, like snow melting slowly from a quiet rooftop. Let your breath find its own gentle rhythm, the way ocean waves remember the shore even in the deepest hours of the night. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing more you need to do. The world outside can keep turning without you for a little while, and you can simply rest, here, wrapped in the soft hush of this peaceful evening. Tonight, we are drifting together to one of the most remote and dreamlike places on our beautiful Earth, Easter Island, a small green island floating like a sleeping turtle in the vast blue silence of the South Pacific, a place where ancient stone giants stand quietly beneath starlit skies, where soft winds whisper old stories across rolling grassy hills, and where every long shadow seems to hold a secret older than memory itself. Together, we will wander slowly through 100 soothing facts about this distant, beautiful land. We will pass over lava fields softened by time, listen to the lullaby of distant waves, and feel the warmth of a sun that has watched gently over the island for thousands of patient years. There is no rush. There are no worries here. Only a slow, calm flow of words, drifting like soft clouds across a quiet midnight sky. If this gentle journey brings you peace tonight, you are warmly welcome to leave a soft like or to subscribe, so we can drift off together again on another sleepy evening. It helps our little corner of the world grow quietly, like moonlight spreading across still water. So now, with your eyes growing heavier, your body sinking deeper into comfort, and your thoughts beginning to slow, let's begin this slow and soothing journey. Let your breathing soften now, like a sail loosening in the warm evening air. Imagine yourself drifting gently above the great blue Pacific, carried by a slow, kind wind that knows exactly where to take you. Below, the ocean shimmers like a sheet of liquid moonlight, endless and calm, breathing in slow silver waves. Far ahead, a tiny green shape appears on the horizon, soft as a memory. A small triangle of land, hushed and waiting, surrounded by quiet water on every side. This is Easter Island, our gentle destination tonight. And as we drift closer, our journey through 100 sleepy facts begins. Easter Island rests in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean, like a small green pebble dropped softly into an endless blue dream. It is one of the most isolated inhabited places on our entire planet, sitting thousands of miles from any neighboring shore. To the east, the long coast of Chile sleeps beneath distant mountains. To the west, the scattered islands of Polynesia drift like gentle stars across the sea, and in between, there is only water, soft and patient, breathing in slow rolling swells. The island floats there in tender solitude, wrapped in clouds, kissed by trade winds, watched over by a sky so wide it seems to hold the whole world. Imagine standing on its grassy edge, feeling that immense, peaceful distance all around you, and knowing that here, time itself seems to slow down, just like you're breathing now, softer, deeper, and slower with every gentle moment. The island is shaped a little like a soft triangle, formed by 3 sleepy volcanoes that long ago drifted off into a quiet eternal rest. Their names are Teravaka, Poik, and Rano Kau, and they rise gently from the sea, like the rounded backs of 3 slumbering giants. Teravaka is the tallest, yet even its summit feels tender, sloping with kind grassy curves rather than sharp jagged peaks. From its highest point, the whole island unfolds below like a soft green blanket folded into the ocean. The volcanoes have been sleeping for thousands of peaceful years, their fiery hearts long cooled into still stone. Wildflowers now grow across their slopes, swaying with the breeze. Birds nest quietly in their hollows, and tonight, as we drift across this small triangle of land, We move gently between these three sleeping mountains, breathing slowly, settling deeper into rest. The native name for Easter Island is Rapa Nui, a phrase that flows softly off the tongue like a lullaby whispered through warm air. The island is also lovingly called Te Pito o Te Henua, which gently translates as the navel of the world, a poetic name that reflects how its first people felt about this small, sacred place. Imagine standing in the very center of an immense ocean, surrounded by gentle horizons in every direction, and feeling, deep in your chest, that you are exactly at the heart of everything. That is the feeling these names carry, soft and grounding, like a hand placed kindly upon your own. Rapa Nui, Pito o Te Henua. The names themselves seem to settle the breath. They drift through the mind like quiet music. And tonight, they invite you to feel centered, calm, and softly held. The island became known to the wider world on a peaceful Easter Sunday in 1722, when a Dutch explorer named Jacob Roggeveen first sighted its gentle shores. The morning was calm. The sea was soft. The sky carried that particular silver light that comes only in early spring. Roggeveen, sailing across the great empty ocean, suddenly saw a small green shape rising from the waves like a quiet dream. Because the day was Easter, he called it Push Eiland, meaning Easter Island, and that tender name has stayed with the island ever since. Imagine the hush on the deck of his ship, the soft creak of wooden boards, the slow flap of distant sails, and that first quiet moment of seeing land where there had been only water for weeks, a discovery wrapped in stillness, in salt air, and in the soft golden light of a Sunday morning. Long before any European ship arrived, Polynesian voyagers had already found this small green island, traveling thousands of miles across the open Pacific in carved wooden canoes. They navigated using the stars, the patterns of the waves, the flight paths of seabirds, and a deep, almost dreamlike sense of the sea. Imagine them gliding silently over moonlit water, their sails curved by warm trade winds, their eyes lifted to constellations older than memory. They listened to the ocean the way we listen to a soft lullaby, reading every gentle ripple. After many quiet weeks of sailing, they came at last to Rapa Nui, and they stepped ashore with reverence, feeling the warm sand beneath their feet. Their arrival was not loud. It was tender, careful, and full of awe, like a traveler finally reaching the very edge of the world. The first Polynesian settlers are believed to have arrived around 1,000 years ago, though some gentle estimates place them even earlier. They came likely from the Marquesas or Mangareva Islands, drifting eastward across an immense, patient ocean. Imagine a small group of voyagers, a few families perhaps, traveling together with seeds, plants, and gentle hopes for a new home. They carried sweet potatoes wrapped in soft leaves, taro roots tucked into woven baskets, and chickens nestled quietly in the bottom of their canoes. They brought their songs, their stories, and their tender memories of the islands they had left behind. When they finally found Rapa Nui, they did not see an empty place. They saw a sleeping garden waiting to be loved. And slowly, gently, over many quiet generations, they built a whole world there, beneath the watchful, kind eyes of the stars. The most famous treasures of Easter Island are the moai, those magnificent stone figures that stand quietly across the landscape, like silent sentinels of memory. There are nearly 900 of them scattered around the island, some standing proudly upright, others resting peacefully on their sides among soft grass and wildflowers. Each moai has a long, thoughtful face, with deep eye sockets, a strong nose, and lips set in a calm, faraway expression. Their bodies are simple and dignified, often buried partway in the earth, as if the island itself is gently embracing them. They face mostly inland, watching softly over the people who once carved them, like ancestors keeping a kind eye on their family. Imagine walking past one in the early evening, its long shadow stretching across the grass. The hush around it is deep, peaceful, almost sacred. The moai were carved by the Rapa Nui people, mostly between the years 1100 and 1600, during a long, gentle era of artistic and spiritual flourishing. They were sculpted from soft volcanic stone called tuff, found mainly in the quarry of Raraku. Skilled carvers worked patiently with simple stone tools called toki, chipping away at the rock day after day, year after year. Imagine the soft tap, tap, tap of stone on stone, echoing across the slopes of the volcano, blending with the sound of distant waves. The carvers would shape the face first, then the body, all while the moai still lay attached to the mountain, like a sleeping figure waiting to be woken. Only when finished would the moai be carefully released from the rock. It was slow, devotional work, full of patience, full of love, and full of quiet care. The largest moai ever attempted is named El Gigante, and it still rests on the slopes of Raraku, gently unfinished, lying back against the soft volcanic earth as though dreaming. If it had ever been raised, it would have stood about 21 meters tall, nearly 70 feet, taller than many trees. Its body would have weighed close to 200 tons, a magnificent giant cradled by the island. Yet for reasons lost to soft time, El Gigante was never freed from its stone bed. It remains there to this day, half-formed, half asleep, its long face turned tenderly toward the sky. Imagine standing beside it under a quiet evening sky, feeling small but safe in its great peaceful presence. It is not a sad sight. It is a tender one, like a lullaby that was never quite finished, drifting kindly into eternal rest. The average moai stands about 4 meters tall, around 13 feet, and weighs roughly 14 tons. Yet, despite their grand size, they carry a softness, a stillness, a quiet dignity that makes them feel almost gentle. Their proportions are beautifully thoughtful, with long faces, elongated ears, and small hands resting peacefully on rounded bellies. Some have a slight tilt to their gaze, as if they are listening to something far away, perhaps the murmur of the ocean, perhaps the quiet songs of stars. Imagine standing before one in the soft hush of twilight, the sky turning lavender and rose. You look up at its calm stone face, and a deep peace washes over you, the same kind of peace that arrives when you finally lie down at the end of a long, full day. The moai have been resting like this for centuries. The quarry where most moai were carved is Raraku, a gentle volcanic crater on the eastern side of the island. Walking through it today feels like wandering through a soft, sleeping museum of the open air. Hundreds of moai rest on its slopes, some standing, some leaning, some half buried by centuries of slowly settling earth. Wild grasses sway around them, and the air carries the faint scent of warm stone and distant sea. The crater itself holds a small, tranquil lake, ringed by reeds, glimmering softly under the open sky. Birds glide quietly above the water. The whole place breathes a deep, ancient calm, as if time has slowed to a hush here. Imagine walking slowly between these gentle stone figures, your footsteps soft on the grass, the breeze warm on your face. It is a place that simply asks you to be still. The moai were transported across the island in ways that still feel like quiet miracles to consider. Many researchers believe the statues were rocked back and forth in a gentle walking motion, using ropes pulled by small groups of people on either side. Imagine the moai swaying slowly, almost dancing, traveling step by tender step along ancient paths. Local Rapa Nui legend describes this beautifully, saying the moai walked, guided by a sacred spiritual energy called mana. Whether moved by clever rope and rhythm, or by something deeper and unseen, the journey of each statue across the island would have been slow, careful, and ceremonial. Long roads of softly worn earth still mark these old routes, winding gently through grasslands. Imagine the patient days, the kind voices, the quiet songs that surely accompanied each moai as it traveled toward its final, peaceful place of rest. Many of the moai stand upon stone platforms called ahu, long rectangular structures built from carefully fitted stones along the coastline. The ahu raise the moai gently above the earth, giving them a place of dignity and quiet reverence. There are around 300 ahu scattered across Easter Island, some small and modest, others impressively long. They served as sacred ceremonial sites, places where the living could feel close to their ancestors and where the moai could quietly watch over their descendants. Imagine standing on a soft grassy hill above one of these ahu at dusk, the sea sighing nearby, the moai silhouetted against a sky of pink and gold. The whole landscape feels held, like a memory cradled in tender hands. There is a hush here that goes deeper than silence, the kind of hush that gently invites your shoulders to soften, your breath to slow. The most famous ahu is Ahu Tongariki, a magnificent platform on the southeastern coast, where 15 moais stand together in a peaceful row. They face inland, their long faces lifted slightly, their backs to the great Pacific Ocean. At sunrise, golden light spreads slowly across the sea behind them, and their dark silhouettes glow softly against the pastel sky. It is one of the most beloved sights on the entire island, watched in reverent quiet by anyone lucky enough to be there. Imagine arriving in the soft pre-dawn hush, dew on the grass, a faint wind brushing your cheeks, and slowly, ever so slowly, the sky beginning to brighten behind those 15 ancient figures. The world feels new. The world feels old. And tonight, in your bed, you can carry that gentle, sacred image into the deep, restful waters of your sleep. Some of the moai once wore great stone hats, called pukao, carved from a soft red volcanic rock found at a different quarry called punapau. These pukao were not really hats in the everyday sense, but rather elegant, cylindrical or knot-shaped headdresses that crowned the moai with a regal, peaceful air. The red stone glowed warmly against the grey volcanic tuff of the moai bodies, creating a tender contrast in the soft island light. Imagine workers gently rolling these huge stone crowns across the landscape, then slowly lifting them onto the heads of the moai using ramps or earthen mounds. It must have been extraordinary work, done with patience and care, like placing a soft blanket over a sleeping child. Today, only some pukao remain in place. Others rest gently on the ground nearby, like dropped pillows softening the long quiet of the island. The Punapau quarry, where the red pukao were carved, is itself a small, peaceful crater filled with the warm rust color of the special stone. Walking inside, it feels like stepping into a tender natural bowl, its sloping walls glowing softly in the sun. Loose pukao rest here and there, some finished, some half-shaped, like sleeping creatures resting in a quiet meadow. The volcanic rock here is so soft that it can be carved easily with simple stone tools, and the carvers must have moved through their work with tender focus. Imagine the rich warmth of this place, the deep red earth, the green grass nibbling at its edges, the wide, quiet sky above. Standing in Punapau, you can almost hear the soft echoes of long-ago artisans, working slowly through warm afternoons, their breath in time with the gentle breeze. Some of the moai once had eyes made from white coral and obsidian or red scoria stone, fitted carefully into their deep eye sockets. When their eyes were placed, it was believed that the moai truly awakened, ready to bestow their protective spiritual energy upon the people. Imagine the moment when the eyes of a freshly raised moai were finally set into place. The dark sockets, suddenly shining with bright coral whites and deep dark pupils, must have seemed to come alive in the soft daylight. It would have been a sacred, breathtaking moment, full of awe and quiet joy. Today, only a few reconstructed moai have their eyes restored, and most stand with their original deep gazes empty, peacefully looking outward. Yet even without their eyes, the moai still seem to see something gentle and far away. Perhaps the soft horizon of forever. The moai are believed to represent ancestors of the Rapa Nui people, deified figures of important chiefs and family heads. By carving them and raising them on the ahu, the islanders kept their loved ones close, as protective guardians of the land and family. The moai face inland, watching tenderly over the villages, while turning their backs on the wide ocean. They are not meant to be fearsome. They are meant to be loving, patient, and protective, like a kindly grandparent watching from a soft chair across the room. Imagine being a child in old Rapa Nui, walking along the grassy paths with your family, looking up at the calm stone faces of your ancestors. You would feel safe, gently watched, never alone. Tonight, as you settle into your pillow, you too can feel kindly watched over by something quiet, ancient, and good. Long ago, the island was covered with rich green forests, mostly of a tall palm tree called the Rapa Nui palm. These graceful trees rose up to 20 meters into the sky, their fronds swaying like soft feathers in the trade winds. Imagine the island as it was in those ancient times, a deep green paradise, alive with birdsong, dappled with shifting sunlight, fragrant with damp earth and warm leaves. The forest must have whispered constantly with the wind, a gentle hush like the sound of distant ocean waves. Sadly, over many centuries, the forests slowly disappeared as the trees were used for many purposes. Today, the island is a soft landscape of grasses and gentle hills, with only small new groves growing here and there. Yet imagining those ancient forests still brings a tender peace, like remembering a beautiful old dream. The grasslands of Easter Island today have a beauty all their own, soft and rolling, dotted with wildflowers and the quiet shapes of grazing horses. The grass turns golden in the dry months, then a tender green when the rains come. Walking across these gentle slopes feels like walking through a slow, breathing sea of grass. The wind ripples through it, creating soft, moving waves that hush against your ankles. Above, the sky stretches wide and clean, with white clouds drifting like sleepy sheep. The light here is famous for its softness, especially in the early morning and late evening, when everything turns to honey and rose. Imagine yourself walking slowly through this landscape now, feeling the warm breeze on your skin, listening to the deep peace of an island that has learned, over thousands of years, the quiet art of resting. The southernmost point of Easter Island holds a special, hushed place called Orongo, perched gently at the edge of a great cliff on the rim of the Rano Kau volcano. From its grassy heights, you can look down into the deep crater on one side, with its still freshwater lake softened by floating reed islands, and look out across the open Pacific on the other. The view is almost otherworldly, as though you are standing at a soft seam between earth, sea, and sky. Small stone houses with curved walls and low entrances cluster along the cliff, their roofs covered in earth and grass. They were once used for sacred ceremonies. Imagine standing at Orongo as soft mist rolls in from the ocean, the wind brushing your cheeks, the quiet deepening with every breath. It is a place that feels suspended outside the rush of time. At Orongo, the Rapa Nui people once held a yearly ritual called the Birdman Ceremony, full of beauty and gentle meaning. Each spring, contestants would carefully climb down the high cliffs, swim across a stretch of sea on small reed bundles, and reach a tiny rocky islet called Motu Nui. There, they would wait patiently for the first egg of a sooty tern to be laid. The first to find one would carefully bring it back to Orongo, and the chief who had sponsored him would be honored as the new birdman of the year. It was a slow, sacred competition, more about patience and harmony with nature than speed. Imagine the soft hush along the cliffs, the salt wind, the gentle bobbing of the contestants on the bright sea, all under the patient eyes of the seabirds drifting in the high blue sky. Rano Kau itself is one of the most beloved natural wonders of Easter Island, a wide volcanic crater nearly a mile across, holding a shimmering lake within its soft green walls. The lake is dotted with floating mats of reeds called totora, which drift slowly across its calm surface like sleepy lily pads. Mist often gathers gently within the crater, especially in the early mornings, giving it an otherworldly, dreamlike quality. Standing at its edge, you can hear the faint sound of the wind moving across the water below, soft and meditative. Birds glide over the crater, riding warm air currents in slow, lazy spirals. Imagine being there now, your eyes drifting across the lake's mirror-like surface, your breath slowing in time with the gentle ripples below. Rano Kau seems to invite the heart to rest, like a great green bowl holding the quietest possible peace. The third sleeping volcano, Poik, stands on the eastern edge of the island, the oldest of the three. Its slopes are wide and grand, falling gently toward the sea in soft curves. From its summit, on a clear day, you can see almost the entire island stretching out before you like a beautifully folded blanket. Poik is a quiet place, less visited than the other volcanoes, and walking across it feels like walking through a wide open lullaby. The wind hums softly across the grass. The sea murmurs along the cliffs below. Wild horses sometimes appear and disappear, peaceful and shy, like dream creatures. Imagine standing on Poik at twilight, the world hushed, the sky deepening into rose and indigo. You feel small but cherished, gently surrounded by an ancient land that seems to be breathing slowly, kindly, in time with you. Easter Island has a wonderfully gentle climate, with warm temperatures and soft sea breezes for most of the year. The summers are warm but rarely too hot, kissed by ocean winds that carry the cool memory of distant currents. The winters are cool but never harsh, often bringing soft rains that nourish the grasses and wildflowers. The trade winds blow steadily from the east, like the slow breathing of the Pacific itself. Clouds drift overhead in changing, dreamy shapes, casting moving shadows across the rolling hills. Even the rain on Easter Island feels gentle, falling in tender showers that pass quickly, leaving the air soft and fragrant. Imagine yourself there now, the warm wind brushing your face, the salty fragrance of the sea around you, the sun a kind soft glow above. The island's weather is itself a kind of long, peaceful exhale. The waters around Easter Island are some of the clearest in the entire Pacific Ocean, glowing with a deep, almost sapphire blue. Because the island is so far from any continent, the sea around it is largely free from runoff or sediment, and visibility beneath the surface can stretch 60 meters or more. Imagine slipping gently into that warm, transparent water and seeing far down into a peaceful blue cathedral with sunbeams drifting like soft golden ribbons through the depths. Schools of bright fish move slowly in soft formations. Coral gardens bloom in tender shapes of orange and rose. The sound of the world above fades to a hush, replaced by the soft, slow rhythm of your own breath. The ocean here feels old and kind, an immense cradle of liquid light. Even just imagining it now seems to soften every part of the body into deeper rest. Beneath the waves of Easter Island, divers sometimes find an unexpected sight. A single moai resting peacefully on the sandy ocean floor. This underwater moai was actually placed there gently for a film many years ago, and the sea has since claimed it as its own. Soft corals have begun to bloom along its calm stone face. Small fish drift around its shoulders like quiet thoughts. Sunlight filters down from above in slow shifting beams, brushing the moai with tender silver glimmers. Imagine swimming softly above it, your body weightless, your breath steady through your snorkel, looking down at this great peaceful figure cradled by the sea. There is something profoundly soothing about this image. The meeting of stone and water, of land and ocean, of human craft and gentle natural embrace. Even far below the surface, the moai still seem to dream. Easter Island is home to a small, peaceful bay called Anakena, where soft white sand stretches along a turquoise shore lined with whispering palm trees. According to ancient Rapa Nui legend, this is where the first king, Hotu Matua, came ashore many centuries ago, bringing his people to their new home. Walking on the warm sand here feels like walking through a soft old story. The palms sway slowly above, their fronds rustling like gentle paper. The water laps tenderly against the shore, the kind of quiet, rhythmic lapping that seems made entirely for slowing the breath. Several moai stand quietly behind the beach, watching kindly over the bay where their ancestors once arrived. Imagine yourself sitting now in that warm, white sand, with the sea before you, the palms behind you, and the sky a soft, endless blue, stretching gently into evening. The legendary first king, Hotu Matua, is said to have arrived on Easter Island after a long, dreamlike journey. According to the gentle stories told for generations, he had a vision in his sleep of a faraway land, and he set out across the sea with his family and followers in great voyaging canoes. They sailed for many quiet days under wide blue skies, guided by the wisdom of the stars and the songs of the wind. When they finally arrived at Anakena Beach, they stepped ashore with reverence and quiet wonder. Hotu Matua is remembered with great affection as a kind, wise leader who founded the Rapa Nui people. Imagine those first quiet steps onto a new land, the warm sand under bare feet, the soft sigh of the sea behind, the smell of fresh earth and unfamiliar flowers. A new home found at last. The Rapa Nui people developed a beautiful and mysterious form of writing called rongo-rongo, found carved onto wooden tablets and a few other surfaces. It is one of the very few independent writing systems known to have arisen in the Pacific. The rongo-rongo glyphs include tiny figures of birds, fish, plants, and human shapes, arranged in delicate flowing rows. Imagine running your fingertips slowly along one of these old wooden tablets, feeling the gentle ridges of the carving, picturing each tiny image in your mind. Although the meaning of rongo-rongo has not yet been fully understood, the script remains a tender gift from the past, a quiet whisper from the hearts of those who carved it. Each line of glyphs feels like a soft secret, waiting kindly across time. Even mystery itself, when wrapped in beauty, can feel deeply restful to the heart. The reading direction of rongo-rongo is wonderfully unique. The lines are arranged in what scholars call reverse boustrophedon, meaning that you read one line from left to right, then turn the tablet upside down to read the next line from left to right again, and so on. Imagine the gentle motion of someone long ago turning the wooden tablet softly in their hands, their eyes following each line, then rotating it with patience. It is a reading style that asks for slowness, for tenderness, for full attention, a reminder that not everything in life can be rushed. Some stories are meant to be turned slowly, examined gently, savored line by line. As you settle deeper into your bed tonight, perhaps your own thoughts can move like that too, gently turning, gently quieting, gently coming to rest in soft, peaceful order. The Rapa Nui language is a beautiful Polynesian tongue, soft on the ears, full of open vowels and gentle consonants. Words flow easily, with sounds that often seem to mirror the rhythms of the sea and wind. Common phrases like Airana, meaning hello, and Moruru, meaning thank you, drift through the air on Easter Island today, spoken alongside Spanish in everyday life. Imagine sitting in a small village square in the soft afternoon light, listening to the warm hum of conversation around you. You may not understand every word, Yet the kindness in the tones is unmistakable. Like music in a language your heart already knows, the Rapa Nui language has survived many quiet challenges through the centuries. And today, it is being lovingly nurtured back to fuller life. Each spoken word, each lullaby, helps keep this gentle linguistic treasure alive and breathing. Easter Island is one of the few places in the world where you can find a truly extraordinary kind of silence. Because of its remoteness, there are no surrounding cities, no busy highways, no streams of constant noise. At night especially, the island falls into a quiet so profound that you can almost hear the soft pulse of your own heart. The wind brushing through grass becomes its own gentle music. The distant sound of waves against the cliffs rises and falls like slow, deep breathing. Even the stars seem to hum softly above. Imagine lying outside on a warm, grassy hillside under that endless sky. Your body resting, your eyes following the slow drift of constellations. The hush around you is as soft as a cool sheet pulled up to your chin. It is the kind of silence that gently invites the soul to settle and the heart to rest. The night sky over Easter Island is famously clear and dark, one of the most beautiful skies on our entire planet. With no large cities for thousands of miles, the air remains pure and the darkness deepens richly after sunset. Stars emerge in their full glory, layer upon layer, like silver dust scattered across a black velvet cloth. The Milky Way arches gently overhead, soft and luminous, reaching from one horizon to the other. Familiar constellations shine with extraordinary clarity, while countless tiny stars, usually hidden, reveal themselves in tender abundance. Imagine standing on a low grassy hill in the soft hush of midnight, your breath slow, your face lifted to that boundless sparkling dome. Shooting stars sometimes drift across in slow, tender lines. Tonight, as you rest, you can carry that magnificent quiet sky inside you, watching it slowly turn behind your gently closing eyes. The ancient Rapa Nui people were skilled astronomers, watching the sky with deep attention and reading the patterns of stars to guide their lives. Many of their sacred sites and platforms are aligned to the solstices, equinoxes, and important star risings. Some moai are positioned so they catch the first soft rays of the sunrise on particular days of the year, their faces gilded by tender light at exactly the right moment. Imagine the elders of long ago standing quietly in the cool pre-dawn air, watching the horizon, waiting patiently for that small flame of light to appear above the sea. They would have moved through their ceremonies with calm reverence, knowing the cycles of the sky as intimately as the rhythms of their own breath. Their astronomy was not just science. It was a tender, lifelong conversation with the heavens, slow and quiet and deeply patient. A particularly tender ceremonial site, Ahu Akivi, holds 7 moai that, unlike most others, face the open ocean rather than inland. They are also the most precisely astronomically aligned moai on the island, looking exactly toward the point where the sun sets on the spring equinox. The 7 moai stand together like 7 quiet brothers, their faces lifted gently toward the setting sun. According to a soft local legend, they represent 7 young explorers sent ahead by King Hotu Matua to find the island. Imagine the 7 of them standing through countless evenings, watching the sun sink slowly into the sea, painting their stone faces in warm shades of gold and rose. The hush around Ahu Akivi during sunset is deep and reverent, as though the island itself is holding its breath, a peaceful place, made for the slow ceremony of saying goodnight. The flora of Easter Island today is gentle and modest, with grasses, low shrubs, ferns, and a small variety of flowers covering the rolling hills. Among the wild plants is the moai tree, used historically for carving the rongorongo tablets, and the totora reed that grows in the volcanic crater lakes. Eucalyptus and other introduced trees now form small groves here and there, casting soft moving shadows on the grass. In the springtime, wildflowers bloom in tender bursts, dotting the hillsides with yellow, white, and lavender. Imagine walking slowly through this landscape on a warm spring afternoon, your hand brushing softly through the tall grasses, the air fragrant with sun-warmed herbs and wild blossoms. Bees hum quietly nearby. The wind whispers through the grass like a long, calm sigh. Easter Island's plants are not grand, but they are intimate, kind, and deeply soothing. Bird life on Easter Island is a soft, drifting symphony, especially around the cliffs and offshore islets. Frigate birds glide on the high wind, their long forked tails cutting graceful shapes against the blue sky. Sooty terns gather in great peaceful colonies on the small rocky islands just off the coast, their soft cries blending with the murmur of the waves. Tropic birds wheel slowly overhead, white as foam, with long, elegant tail streamers. Inland, smaller birds flit gently between the grasses, their songs low and tender. Imagine sitting on a soft cliff edge at sunset, watching the birds glide on warm air currents, their movements unhurried, their flight patterns like slow handwritten letters across the sky. The air smells of sea salt and wild grass. The light deepens into honey and amber. The whole scene breathes a calm that gently melts into the body. Among the most gentle creatures of the island are its semi-wild horses, which roam freely across the grassy hills in small, peaceful groups. They are descendants of horses brought to Easter Island long ago, and they have adapted beautifully to the soft landscape. Their coats range from deep chestnut to dappled gray to warm cream, and their movements are unhurried and graceful. Sometimes they appear suddenly over a low rise, their manes lifting in the breeze, their dark eyes calm and curious. They wander past moai and ahu, as though sharing the island as gentle equals. Imagine sitting quietly on a hillside while a small group of horses grazes nearby, their soft hoofbeats almost silent in the grass, their breathing steady and warm. The peaceful presence of these horses adds another tender layer to the island's already deep, resting hush. Easter Island is home to several beautiful caves, formed long ago by the slow flow of cooling lava. These caves, called ana in the Rapa Nui language, wind gently beneath the surface of the island, with rooms and tunnels of varying sizes. Some open dramatically onto cliff faces above the sea, framing the wide blue ocean like soft natural windows. Others lie hidden among grassy fields, their entrances modest, their interiors cool and quiet. Long ago, the Rapa Nui people sometimes used these caves as shelters or sacred spaces. Imagine stepping carefully into one of these caves at midday. The light dims softly as you move inside. The sound of the wind fades, and the air becomes cool and still. Your eyes adjust slowly. You feel held by the quiet earth around you. It is a peaceful, womb-like hush, deep and tenderly sheltering. One of the most beautiful caves on the island is Anakakenga, also lovingly called the Cave of the Two Windows. It is a small lava tube that opens onto two natural openings high above the crashing waves of the western coast. To reach the windows, you walk gently through a low tunnel, hands brushing the cool stone walls, and emerge into a bright opening with the entire ocean spread before you. The wind sings softly through the rocks. Far below, the sea churns in deep blue swirls, foaming white at the cliffs. Yet somehow, even in such a dramatic place, the feeling is one of soft awe rather than alarm. Imagine standing there now, framed by ancient stone, watching the slow, patient breath of the ocean below. The world feels enormous and tender all at once, like stepping into a sacred living poem. Ana Te Pahu, the largest cave system on Easter Island, was once used as a peaceful underground garden by the Rapa Nui people. Through small natural skylights in the cave roof, soft beams of sunlight drift down into the cool interior. and small areas of rich earth allow plants to grow gently below. Banana trees, taro, and sweet potatoes were once cultivated in these dim, sheltered spaces, watered by the natural moisture of the rock. Imagine walking slowly through this living cave, your footsteps quiet on the soft earth, the green of the leaves glowing tenderly in the diffused light. The air is cool and sweet, smelling of damp soil and growing things. The hush is deep and ancient, broken only by the occasional soft drip of water somewhere in the dim distance. Ana Tepahu is a hidden, peaceful Eden tucked beneath the surface of the island. The traditional Rapa Nui economy revolved around fishing, farming, and quiet community life. The people grew sweet potatoes, taro, yams, and bananas in carefully tended gardens, often surrounded by low stone walls called manavai to protect the plants from the strong sea winds. They fished from small canoes and from the rocky shores, harvesting tuna, eel, octopus, and many gentle reef fish. Chickens were lovingly raised in stone shelters called hare moa, slowly clucking through the quiet hours. Imagine an old Rapa Nui village in the soft golden light of late afternoon, with people working calmly in their gardens, smoke curling slowly from cooking fires, children laughing somewhere in the distance, and elders weaving soft mats in the shade. It was a life lived close to the rhythms of nature, a life of patient hands and tender care, breathing in time with the sea. The Rapa Nui people built small, beautifully shaped houses called hare paenga, also lovingly known as boat houses because their long, narrow form resembles an upturned canoe. The foundations were made of carefully fitted stones, with rounded ends and a soft curving shape. Wooden poles were arched gently over the foundation to form a frame, then covered with woven grasses and plant fibers, creating a snug, weatherproof home. Imagine ducking softly through the low doorway of a hare paenga at twilight. Inside, the air is warm and fragrant with woven grasses. A small fire glows gently nearby. Family members rest on woven mats, their voices low and kind. The whole house feels like a soft cocoon, cradling its inhabitants in quiet safety. Tonight, your own bed can feel just like that. A gentle hare paenga of soft pillows and warm blankets, holding you close. Long ago, the Rapa Nui people held a beloved springtime ritual called Tapati Rapa Nui, a celebration of culture, art, and community that still continues in modern times. During the festival, songs are sung in the gentle Rapa Nui language, traditional dances are performed in rhythm with the sea breeze, and stories are told around warm communal fires. There are also playful, gentle competitions, like canoe races, traditional fishing contests, and friendly displays of strength and skill. Imagine the soft beat of distant drums on a warm evening, the flicker of orange firelight on the faces of dancers, the rhythmic swish of grass skirts, the laughter of children weaving between the crowd. The festival breathes life into ancient traditions, like soft breath, rekindling a tender flame. It is a long, peaceful celebration of belonging, where the past and present hold each other gently in their soft, warm hands. Music on Easter Island has a tender, lilting quality, deeply influenced by Polynesian melodies and rhythms. Songs are often sung in soft chorus, with gentle harmonies that rise and fall like slow ocean swells. Traditional instruments include the ukulele, the percussive accordion brought by visitors long ago, and small drums and rattles made from natural materials. Songs tell of love, of the sea, of ancestors, of the moai, of homesick longing and tender homecoming. Imagine sitting under a wide starry sky on a warm summer night, listening to a small group of friends singing softly together by a quiet fire. The music does not rush, breathes. It drifts. It invites the heart to slow and the eyes to close. Even just remembering the soft sound of Rapa Nui music in the imagination can send tender, peaceful waves through the body. easing every quiet muscle. Traditional Rapa Nui dance is a beautiful, flowing art form, full of soft hand movements, gentle hip swaying, and storytelling gestures. The dancers move in tender harmony with the music, often dressed in soft natural fabrics, feathers, shells, and woven grass skirts that whisper as they move. Their motions echo the rhythms of the sea, the gentle bending of palm trees, the flight of birds, the rolling of clouds. Imagine watching such a dance on a warm evening, beneath a sky just beginning to deepen into rose and lavender. The dancers' arms rise and fall like soft ocean waves. Their feet barely touch the earth. Their faces glow softly in the firelight. The whole performance feels like a moving lullaby, peaceful and luminous. It is the kind of beauty that does not excite the heart, but instead settles it deeply, like a slow song sung at bedtime. The traditional clothing of the Rapa Nui people was once made from soft bark cloth called moai, prepared by carefully soaking and beating the inner bark of certain trees until it became smooth and pliable. This natural cloth, sometimes painted with gentle natural dyes, was wrapped softly around the body or worn as long flowing capes. Feathers, shells, and bone ornaments added tender details. Imagine standing in a quiet workshop long ago, watching an elder gently beating moai with a smooth wooden tool. The rhythmic soft tap, tap, tap blends with the distant sound of the sea, creating a peaceful background hum. The air smells of warm bark and sun-dried leaves. The cloth slowly takes shape, becoming softer with each patient stroke. There is something deeply meditative in such old crafts, where slowness itself is a quiet kind of prayer. The Rapa Nui people created beautiful small wooden carvings as well, including the curious moai kava, slim figurines depicting standing, somewhat thin male figures with detailed features and a deep, far-seeing expression. These carvings are full of artistry and tenderness, made from native wood and polished smoothly by patient hands. Each moai kava has a serene, slightly tilted face, with carefully detailed ribs and gentle small ornaments. They were often kept inside homes as cherished family heirlooms, treasured across generations. Imagine holding one of these carvings now in your imagination. Its surface is warm and silky, polished by countless tender touches. Its expression seems both wise and kind, as though carrying the soft accumulated peace of many lifetimes. Sometimes a small object, made with great love, can hold more calm than entire libraries of words. The moai kava are quiet, beloved companions. The Rapa Nui people also created elegant small ornaments called rei miro, beautifully shaped pectoral pieces made of polished wood. Their crescent shape resembles a gentle curve of the moon, with two carved faces at each tip, gazing softly outward. The rei miro was traditionally worn around the neck on important ceremonial occasions, often by chiefs or nobles. Imagine the rei miro resting against the warm chest of an elder during a peaceful gathering, glinting softly in the firelight. Its smooth wooden surface polished by years of tender care. The crescent shape feels symbolic somehow, as though the wearer carries a tiny calm moon close to their heart. Beauty that's small and that personal has its own quiet power, reminding us that the most peaceful objects are often those held close and loved gently across time. Rei miro speaks of moonlight, harmony, and quiet pride. The cuisine of Easter Island is gentle and deeply connected to the sea and the soft volcanic earth. Traditional dishes feature fresh fish, sweet potatoes, taro, bananas, and pineapples, all prepared simply and lovingly. One beloved method is the umu pei, an earth oven made of hot volcanic stones, where food is wrapped in banana leaves and slowly cooked beneath the warm soil. The result is tender, fragrant, and slightly smoky, infused with the patient flavors of stone and leaf. Imagine the soft fragrance rising from such an oven on a warm evening. blending with the salty breeze from the sea. Family members sit together in soft conversation, waiting peacefully for the meal to finish. There is no rush. The food cooks slowly, the way evenings on Easter Island themselves seem to unfold, unhurried, fragrant, golden, and full of quiet, tender pleasure. Tuna is one of the most beloved fish around Easter Island, swimming in great peaceful schools through the deep blue waters. Local fishermen catch it gently from small boats, often using simple lines and traditional techniques that have not changed greatly over the centuries. Other beloved sea creatures include the kana kana, a long, slender fish, and the ahi, both honored for their tender meat and their place in island cuisine. Imagine the soft glow of dawn over the harbor, fishermen pushing their boats gently into the calm sea, their figures silhouetted against the rosy sky. The water is glassy. The air smells of salt and dew. The whole scene breathes the slow rhythms of a life closely tied to the ocean's quiet generosity. Even the work of fishing here feels like a soft, devotional act, woven into the deep, peaceful fabric of island life. Easter Island has its own unique sweet potato called the kumara, lovingly grown for many centuries in the rich volcanic soil. The kumara is a soft, staple food, served in many gentle forms, baked slowly in earth ovens, mashed into smooth, comforting dishes, or simply enjoyed warm with a little salt. Its flavor is sweet and earthy, deeply satisfying in the way that only patient, traditional foods can be. Imagine sitting at a wooden table on a quiet evening, the warm aroma of freshly baked kumara rising softly into the air. Mingling with the cool ocean breeze drifting through an open window, there is something profoundly peaceful in such small, simple meals, eaten slowly, savored gently, shared with kindness. The kumara is more than food. It is a soft thread connecting the people to their ancestors, their land, and the long, quiet history of their gentle island. The traditional drinks of Easter Island are also wonderfully soothing. Fresh coconut water, drawn from young green coconuts, is sipped slowly under shady palms, its taste cool and faintly sweet. Herbal infusions made from local plants are gently sipped in the evenings, said to bring soft comfort to the body and mind. The waters from natural springs around the island, especially those near the volcanic slopes, are pure and refreshing. Imagine sitting in the soft, late afternoon sunlight, holding a cool cup of fresh coconut water, listening to the steady sound of the wind moving through the long grass. Each slow sip travels gently through your body, cooling and calming, reminding you that even the smallest pleasures can hold great peace. The simple drinks of Easter Island remind us that hydration, like rest, is best when received slowly and with deep, tender gratitude. The pace of life on Easter Island today remains delightfully slow. There are no traffic lights on the entire island, and the few small roads wind gently through the soft landscape. The largest town, Hangaroa, is home to most of the residents and stretches softly along the coast with low pastel-colored houses, small shops, and quiet cafes. Friendly neighbors greet each other in the mornings. Children walk slowly to school along grassy paths. Stray dogs nap peacefully in patches of sunlight. Imagine wandering slowly through Hangaroa in the warm late afternoon, your footsteps unhurried, your heart calm. The smell of grilled fish drifts softly from somewhere. A gentle breeze rustles the small palm trees. Time itself seems to be on island schedule, soft and slow and deeply forgiving. It is a town that quietly invites the body and mind to truly rest. Hangaroa has a tiny, peaceful harbor where small fishing boats bob gently on the calm water. The sea inside the harbor turns shades of pale turquoise and aquamarine in the soft afternoon sun. Fishermen mend their nets in unhurried rhythm. Pelicans and seagulls drift on the warm air, their wings barely moving. Children sometimes sit on the harbor wall, their small feet dangling above the bright water. Imagine sitting on that warm stone wall yourself, the breeze gentle on your skin, the slow lapping of the water below making soft music. A small boat with bright paint glides slowly out of the harbor, leaving a tender silver wake. The whole scene feels like a watercolor painting in soft motion. Hangaroa Harbor is a place where time slows even further, where breath deepens, and where every detail seems made for tender, quiet joy. The local museum on Easter Island, named the Sebastian Englert Anthropological Museum, holds many beloved treasures and gentle stories of the island's past. Its halls are quiet and softly lit, filled with carved figures, ancient tools, woven cloth, and rare rongorongo tablets. There is something deeply soothing about wandering slowly through such a museum, where every object seems to whisper a soft fragment of an old story. The air is cool and still. Footsteps are hushed. Visitors move at their own peaceful pace, lingering before each gentle artifact. Imagine standing before a small wooden carving, its surface polished by centuries of tender care, its expression somehow both ancient and warm. The hush of a museum is a kind of sacred quiet, an invitation to slow down, to listen, to reflect. Tonight, the soft hush of your own room can feel just like that, peaceful and reverent. The flag of Easter Island is a soft and lovely sight, white in color, with a single red figure called the Riamiro at its center. This crescent-shaped emblem reflects the traditional ornament once worn by Rapa Nui chiefs, with two faces gazing gently outward from each tip. The combination of pure white and warm red is striking yet calming, like sunset colors at the very edge of evening. Imagine the flag drifting slowly in the soft sea breeze above a small village square, its gentle movements steady and peaceful. There is no harshness in this flag, no aggression, only the quiet poetry of an ancient symbol still honored in the modern day. Even objects as small as a flag can carry deep meaning when they are crafted with care and rooted in the soft, long memory of a beloved place. Easter Island officially became part of Chile in 1888, when the local king Atamu Tekena signed a treaty with Chilean representatives. Today, the island is a special territory of Chile, with its own protected status to preserve its unique cultural and natural heritage. Despite being a part of Chile, Easter Island maintains its own beautiful Rapa Nui identity, language, and traditions, all gently nurtured and treasured. Imagine the soft blending of cultures on the island today, with Spanish words drifting alongside Rapa Nui phrases, and Chilean dishes sharing tables with traditional island foods. The atmosphere is gentle and respectful, a quiet weaving of two heritages into one peaceful tapestry. Easter Island remains, above all, itself, a small green sanctuary in the Great Pacific, with its own quiet rhythms, its own ancestral songs, and its own deeply rooted, tender soul. The island is home to a small, peaceful airport called Mataveri, with a single long runway that stretches across the southwestern corner of the island. Few flights arrive each week, mostly from Santiago, Chile, and occasionally from Tahiti, far across the Pacific. Each arriving plane brings only a small, soft trickle of new visitors who step out into the warm island air and immediately feel its slower, kinder rhythm. Imagine landing at Mataveri yourself in your gentle imagination. The plane glides downward over the deep blue ocean. The runway appears ringed by soft green grass. The wheels touch tenderly. The doors open. Outside, the air smells of salt and sun-warmed earth. The wind is soft on your cheeks. Even the simple act of arriving on Easter Island feels like a quiet ceremony, a soft welcome into a slower, deeper way of being. Despite its remoteness, Easter Island has been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a status given in 1995 to honor its outstanding cultural and natural beauty. This loving designation helps protect the moai, the ahu, and the ancient sacred sites for future generations. Imagine the quiet pride this brings to the island, knowing that the world has recognized its tender treasures. Conservation efforts are carried out gently, with deep respect for both the land and the people. Visitors are asked to walk softly, to refrain from touching the moai, to follow established paths, all small gestures of love that help keep the island whole. Tonight, even far away, you can hold a small piece of that protective tenderness in your heart, knowing that beautiful places like Easter Island are being cared for, watched over, and gently preserved in the soft hands of time. Most of Easter Island has been designated as Rapa Nui National Park, a vast protected area covering the island's most important natural and cultural treasures. Within the park, the moai stand peacefully, the ahu rest by the shore, the volcanoes sleep beneath soft grasses, and the ancient ceremonial sites whisper their old stories. Walking through the park feels like walking through a living, breathing museum where the exhibits are made of stone, sky, sea, and memory. Imagine the gentle rustle of wind through tall grasses, the distant murmur of waves against cliffs, the soft songs of birds drifting on warm currents. Trails wind gently among the moai, inviting visitors to move slowly, to look closely, to listen patiently. Rapa Nui National Park is not a place to rush through. It is a place to dream through, with eyes half closed and breath softly steady. The Rapa Nui people today number around 5,000, living mostly in the gentle town of Hungaroa. They keep their language, their traditions, their music, and their ancient stories alive through love and careful attention across generations. Children learn Rapa Nui words alongside Spanish, dance and sing the songs of their ancestors, and grow up surrounded by the quiet wisdom of the moai. Imagine a small school class sitting outdoors on a warm afternoon, learning a traditional song together, their soft voices blending sweetly in the breeze. Or picture an evening gathering by the sea, with elders sharing old tales while younger family members listen, wide-eyed and content. The Rapa Nui culture is being lovingly carried forward, like a soft flame passed from hand to hand. Tonight, somewhere on Easter Island, that flame is glowing peacefully, warming hearts both young and old. The traditional spiritual life of the Rapa Nui people was rich with reverence for ancestors, nature, and the unseen world. Sacred sites were treated with deep care. Ceremonies were performed slowly and meaningfully, and every creature, plant, and stone was understood to carry its own soft spirit. Tapu, a Polynesian concept of sacredness, marked certain places, objects, and actions as deserving of special respect. Imagine an old Rapa Nui elder walking slowly past a sacred ahu in the soft morning light, pausing to whisper a quiet greeting to the moai, then continuing on with gentle steps. There is something deeply comforting in living within such a worldview, where the world itself is perceived as alive, kind, and full of hidden threads of meaning. Tonight, perhaps you can feel that same quiet kinship with everything around you. The soft pillow, the warm blanket, the patient walls. The Rapa Nui creator god is named Make, lovingly remembered as the gentle spirit who created humanity and watched over the island. Make is often depicted as a large-eyed figure, sometimes with bird-like features, carved into stone and rock surfaces around the island. He is a kind protector, associated with fertility, fresh water, and the seasonal cycles of the seabirds. Imagine the soft hush of evening at a sacred site dedicated to Make. Petroglyphs of his face are gently carved into the volcanic stone, weathered tenderly by centuries of wind and rain. The soft, fading sunlight illuminates these carvings with golden warmth. The wind carries faint sounds of the distant sea. There is a deep, ancient peace in such a place, the kind of peace that comes when one feels watched over by something benevolent, patient, and ancient. like a kind grandparent gently guarding sleep. The petroglyphs of Easter Island are wonderful, soft mysteries, carved gently into the stones of the island over many centuries. They depict birdmen, faces, sea creatures, ceremonial designs, and many other tender symbols. Some are simple lines. Others are intricate compositions of figures interwoven across the rock. The most famous petroglyph site is Papa Vaca, where dozens of carvings of canoes, fish, and turtles stretch peacefully across the smooth stone surface. Imagine running your fingertips slowly across one of these old carvings, feeling the soft grooves of an artist who lived hundreds of years ago. The lines are confident yet gentle, made with patient love. Every petroglyph is a soft message across time, a quiet greeting from the past. Tonight, as your thoughts drift, they too can move like soft petroglyphs, etched gently into the patient stone of your peaceful, settling mind. The waters around Easter Island are home to gentle sea turtles, often glimpsed gliding peacefully near the shore. These ancient creatures move with such slow, graceful motion that watching them feels like watching a soft, wordless poem. They drift through the clear blue water, their flippers stroking unhurriedly, their dark eyes calm and wise. Local fishermen regard them with deep respect, and they are considered gentle messengers between the worlds. Imagine snorkeling softly above one in your imagination. The warm sun on your back, the cool water around you, the turtle gliding slowly below, lit by drifting golden sunbeams. Time feels suspended. Worries dissolve. There is only the soft motion of the water, the calm presence of the turtle, and the deep, peaceful blue. Sea turtles remind us that grace is not about speed, but about slow, tender, intentional movement. Dolphins also visit the waters around Easter Island, swimming in playful pods through the gentle swells. Sometimes they appear unexpectedly near boats, leaping softly from the water in arcs of silver light. Their presence brings a quiet joy to fishermen and visitors alike, a tender reminder of the ocean's living soul. Imagine standing on a small boat in the calm sea, the dolphins moving alongside, their dorsal fins cutting soft lines through the blue. They surface in synchrony, breathing gently, their dark, wet skin glistening in the warm sun. The whole scene is unhurried, friendly, almost dreamlike. The dolphins disappear after a while, slipping back into the deeper water, leaving only soft ripples behind. Yet the memory of their presence lingers like a gentle echo. Tonight, as you settle deeper into rest, you can carry that quiet ocean peace with you into sleep. Whales also drift through the waters far from Easter Island, especially during their long migrations through the southern Pacific, although they rarely come too close to the island itself. Their distant songs are part of the deep ocean that surrounds Rapa Nui. Imagine the soft, low calls of whales echoing through the great blue depths far below the surface, traveling for miles like slow ancient lullabies. The ocean itself becomes a great gentle musical hall, vast and patient, filled with the slow songs of these magnificent travelers. There is something deeply restful about thinking of whales singing far away in the dark, warm water, their voices carrying across silent miles. Tonight, you can imagine yourself drifting softly in the same vast, peaceful ocean, held by the slow rhythm of those distant songs, and rocked gently into deep, beautiful sleep by their tender, ancient music. The reefs around Easter Island, though small, are home to many gentle little fish in tender shades of yellow, blue, orange, and silver. They drift peacefully among the corals, their movements slow and dreamlike. Some are no bigger than a fingertip, glinting like tiny living jewels in the sunlit water. Others are larger, gliding patiently in soft formations. The reefs are quiet little cities of life, breathing in the soft underwater light. Imagine floating gently above one of these reefs, your body suspended in warm, clear water, your eyes resting on the slow choreography below. The fish move without urgency, weaving softly between coral branches, sometimes pausing to look up at you with calm, curious eyes. The whole world below seems to be breathing slowly and tenderly, in time with you. A soft, watery lullaby, played out in shimmering color. Octopuses also inhabit the waters of Easter Island, hidden in the soft crevices of rocks and coral. These gentle, intelligent creatures move with extraordinary grace, their soft bodies flowing like liquid through the water. They are masters of camouflage, blending tenderly with their surroundings, sometimes appearing only as a soft shimmer of color before fading back into the rock. Local fishermen have long admired the octopus for its patient cleverness. Imagine glimpsing one quietly in a tide pool, its soft tentacles reaching out slowly to touch a small stone, its eyes deep and curious. There is something profoundly soothing about watching an octopus move, all softness and patience and quiet intelligence. Even creatures so different from us can teach us something about gentleness. Tonight, your own thoughts can flow like that, softly, slowly, drifting through the calm waters of your peaceful, settling mind. The intertidal zones along the rocky shores of Easter Island are full of soft, peaceful life. Crabs scuttle gently between the stones, their small claws clicking softly. Sea anemones bloom in tide pools like living flowers, their tendrils swaying with each gentle pulse of water. Tiny fish dart in soft flashes through clear, shallow pools. Imagine sitting quietly on a smooth, black, volcanic rock by the shore, watching one such tide pool in the soft morning light. The water is crystal clear. A small crab emerges shyly from a crevice, then disappears again. A purple anemone slowly waves its delicate fingers. The tide moves in and out with tender rhythm. The whole scene breathes a deep, miniature peace, the kind of peace that lives in tiny, gentle worlds where nothing rushes and everything quietly belongs. Easter Island's tide pools are tiny libraries of patient, beautiful life. The seabirds of Easter Island gather in small, peaceful colonies, especially on the offshore islets like Motu Nui. Sooty terns nest in soft groups, their feathered bodies shimmering in shades of black and white. Frigate birds soar in slow circles overhead. Tropic birds flash white against the deep blue sky. The islets are sanctuaries of bird life, untouched and wild, bathed in salt spray and golden light. Imagine looking out toward Motu Nui from the cliffs of Orongo, watching the seabirds wheel slowly through the sky like soft floating notes of music. Their cries carry faintly across the water, blending with the gentle hush of the wind. The birds move freely, untroubled, fully at home in their wide blue world. They are perfect images of peace in motion. As you settle deeper into your bed tonight, you can feel just as gently held within your own soft world. One of the most beloved birds of Easter Island, especially in folklore, is the manutara, a small seabird whose name means literally lucky bird. Each year, when the manutara arrived to lay its eggs on Motu Nui, it heralded the start of the sacred birdman ceremony at Orongo. The arrival of the first egg was a moment of joyful, peaceful significance for the island. Imagine a single small manutara flying softly over the deep blue ocean, its feathers ruffled gently by the wind, its journey patient and sure. The waiting humans on the cliffs lift their eyes to the sky in quiet hope. When the bird finally arrives, a tender hush falls over the island, a hush of quiet recognition. Tonight, you are also being arrived for, gently welcomed into rest by the soft messengers of sleep, just like the lucky manutara coming home. Easter Island has its own special natural pools and lagoons formed gently by lava rock, where the sea pours in softly through narrow openings. These tide pools and small lagoons are sheltered from the open ocean's stronger waves, creating tender, shallow places of clear, warm water. Children sometimes splash in these natural pools, while older visitors float peacefully on their backs, looking up at the wide cloud-soft sky. Imagine drifting gently in one of these pools yourself, The warm water around you, the cool stone walls, the salt, sweet smell of the sea, the bright blue sky above. The water cradles your body, the wind brushes your face, and your breath grows slow and steady. The soft, natural lagoons of Easter Island are like nature's own quiet bathtubs, waiting to soothe weary travelers into a state of deeply tender peace. The cliffs of Easter Island are some of the most dramatic and beautiful in the entire Pacific, falling steeply from grassy heights into the deep blue ocean below. Along the southern coast, especially near Rano Kau, the cliffs rise hundreds of meters above the water, with seabirds gliding peacefully along their warm air currents. Wildflowers bloom softly along the cliff edges. The wind sings tenderly across the rocks. Imagine standing safely back from the edge in the soft, late afternoon light, watching the deep blue water far below, hearing the distant sigh of waves against stone, feeling the cool air rising from the ocean. The world feels enormous and unhurried. Time seems to dissolve into the soft horizon. The cliffs of Easter Island remind us that even the grandest landscapes can hold the deepest peace. When seen with quiet, gentle, unhurried eyes, the gentle climate of Easter Island is described as humid subtropical, with average temperatures hovering pleasantly around 20 degrees Celsius for most of the year. The warmest months are January and February, when the soft trade winds keep the air comfortable rather than hot. The coolest months come in July and August, when the days remain mild and the nights settle into a tender coolness. Rain falls throughout the year, but rarely lingers, passing through in soft showers that nourish the land and quickly give way to sun again. Imagine the soft drizzle falling lightly on a green hillside, the moai standing patiently as the rain kisses their old stone faces. The smell of wet earth rises gently into the air. Then, just as softly, the clouds move on, and warm sunlight returns. Easter Island's weather is itself a slow, kind, breathing presence. The ocean currents around Easter Island are part of the Great South Pacific Gyre, a vast, slow-moving circulation of water that carries soft warmth across the wide blue sea. These currents have shaped the island's climate, marine life, and ancient voyaging routes for thousands of years. The Humboldt Current flows along the South American coast far to the east, while warmer Pacific waters drift gently around Rapa Nui itself. Imagine the slow, immense breath of these currents, their patient circular motion across the entire southern hemisphere, like a great quiet wheel turning beneath the surface of the world. Easter Island floats peacefully within this vast oceanic embrace, cradled by water that has traveled across thousands of miles. Tonight, as you lie quietly in your bed, you can imagine yourself held in just such a great kind embrace by something larger and patient and softly enduring. Long ago, the Rapa Nui people developed a sophisticated calendar based on the patient cycles of the moon and stars. Each lunar month had its own poetic name, often connected to seasonal changes, harvests, or important natural events. Imagine an old elder sitting on a smooth volcanic rock at twilight, looking up at the rising crescent moon, softly naming the new month with reverence. Their voice is low and gentle. The wind brushes softly through the grass. The first bright stars appear in the deepening sky. The Rapa Nui calendar was not merely a measure of time. It was a soft conversation with the cosmos itself, a way of belonging to the great rhythms of the world. Tonight, you too can feel held within those rhythms, your breath slowing in time with the slow turning of the patient ancient stars above. The traditional canoes of the Rapa Nui people, called vaka, were carefully crafted from the precious wood of the island's once abundant trees. Some were small fishing canoes, while others were grand voyaging vessels capable of long ocean journeys. The vaka were beautifully proportioned, with graceful lines and gentle outriggers for stability. They were lovingly painted, decorated, and named, treated almost as living members of the community. Imagine a small vaka gliding softly across the calm morning sea, its bow-cutting tender ripples through the smooth water, the fisherman paddling with slow rhythmic strokes, the rising sun casting soft golden light onto everything. The canoe and the sea move together as gentle partners. Even today, traditional vaka are still made and used during festivals and ceremonies, keeping this beautiful old craft alive within the slow heartbeat of the island. A truly tender legend of Rapa Nui describes the soft origins of the moai themselves. According to this old story, the moai were given the power of mana, a sacred spiritual energy bestowed by ancestors and the gods. This mana allowed the moai to move on their own, walking slowly across the island to their resting places. Imagine the gentle scene depicted in this legend: a great moai standing tall under starlight, then beginning to rock softly side to side, then taking small, slow steps forward, traveling patiently through the night across the soft grass. Although modern researchers have offered more practical explanations, the spiritual story remains lovingly cherished. It speaks of a world where stones can carry souls, where art is alive with quiet purpose, and where every patient journey is blessed by kind, unseen hands. A truly soothing thought for a sleepy heart. The sun rises softly over Easter Island in tender shades of pink, gold, and tangerine, painting the sky and the moai in warm, gentle light. Sunrise at Ahu Tongariki is especially beloved, when the 15 moai stand silhouetted against the brightening sky, like a peaceful row of ancient guardians. The sea behind them turns from deep purple to bright silver as the sun crests the horizon. Imagine arriving in the soft pre-dawn cool, dew on the grass, the air filled with the salty breath of the ocean. You sit quietly on the soft earth and wait. The sky slowly brightens. Birds begin their gentle morning songs, and then the first warm beam of light touches the stone faces of the moai, and the entire world seems to exhale tenderly. It is a quiet ceremony of dawn, a peaceful daily blessing on the gentle island. Sunset on Easter Island is just as breathtaking, especially at Ahu Tahai, near the town of Hangaroa. There, a single tall moai stands by the sea, gazing toward the inland horizon. As the sun sinks slowly behind it, the sky deepens into shades of rose, lavender, and deep tangerine. The moai becomes a soft, dark silhouette against this glowing canvas. The ocean shimmers in long ribbons of pink and silver. Imagine sitting on the soft grass at Ahu Tahai during such a sunset, the warm wind on your face, the slow lapping of waves nearby, the sky changing color with patient grace. There is no rush, no commotion. Only the quiet ceremony of one more peaceful day, finding its tender ending. Sunsets at Ahu Tahai are like long exhaled breaths, soft and warm, gently easing the world into its long, restful evening. Stargazing on Easter Island is an experience of rare and tender beauty, made even more powerful by the dark, clear night skies. With no major light pollution for thousands of miles, the stars seem closer here, brighter, fuller, and more numerous. The Southern Cross gleams gently overhead, a beloved constellation of the Southern Hemisphere. The Milky Way arches in a soft, luminous river. Shooting stars sometimes appear in slow, tender lines, drifting briefly before fading away. Imagine lying on a warm, grassy hillside on a clear summer night, your hands behind your head, your eyes drifting slowly across the great cosmic dome above. The hush of the night is deep and complete. The stars hum softly in their distant homes. You feel both impossibly small and tenderly held. Tonight, even from where you are, you can imagine yourself beneath that very same gentle sky. The Southern Hemisphere sky over Easter Island includes constellations beloved by ancient Polynesian voyagers. The Southern Cross, called Rua Patiki by some Polynesian traditions, served as a vital wayfinding star, guiding travelers safely across the vast Pacific. Other constellations, including Scorpio and the Magellanic Clouds, decorated the night sky like soft silver embroidery. Imagine an ancient Rapa Nui navigator standing on the deck of a great voyaging canoe long ago, his eyes lifted to the soft, glittering sky, his heart calm and trusting. The stars whisper directions to him, kindly, patiently. The ocean breathes gently below. The sail catches a soft, warm wind. He travels onward, guided by the silent love of the heavens. Tonight, even from your peaceful bed, you can let those same constellations guide your gentle drift into deep, tender, restful sleep. The volcanic stones of Easter Island carry a soft, ancient warmth, especially in the late afternoon when they have absorbed the day's gentle sunlight. Their colors range from deep gray to rich red, and their textures are soft, sometimes porous and almost sponge-like, other times smooth and silky. Walking barefoot in shallow tide pools and feeling these warmed stones beneath your feet is one of the small, tender pleasures of the island. Imagine the slow warmth rising into the soles of your feet, the gentle, salty water lapping gently around your ankles, the wide blue sky stretching peacefully above. There is something profoundly grounding about such quiet contact with the earth, a soft remembering that you are part of something patient, ancient, and kind. Tonight, even from your comfortable bed, you can carry that gentle, grounded feeling into deep, restful sleep. The Rapa Nui people have many tender legends of love woven into their old stories. One beloved legend tells of a beautiful young woman named V. Moko, whose love story with a young man involved soft, secret meetings beneath the moonlit moai, gentle, whispered promises, and the eventual blessing of their families. Many such stories are passed down from generation to generation, sung at festivals, recited around evening fires, and gently taught to children before sleep. Imagine an elder telling such a story by the soft light of a small fire, the children listening with wide, quiet eyes, the wind whispering through the grass outside, the moai standing silent and approving in the moonlight. Stories of love, told softly, are themselves a kind of lullaby. They fill the heart with warmth and peace. Tonight, your own heart can rest gently in such tender warmth. The flag of the Rapa Nui people, separate from the official Chilean flag, features the warm red Riamiro on a soft white background. It is a symbol of the island's deep cultural identity and its proud heritage. The flag is flown gently in many places across the island, in front of homes, public buildings, and ceremonial grounds. It moves softly in the wind, like a quiet declaration of love for ancestral roots. Imagine the gentle sway of this flag against the wide Pacific sky, the soft white fabric glowing in the sunlight, the warm red emblem at its heart pulsing tenderly with meaning. There is something deeply moving about a flag that does not assert itself loudly, but simply rests, dignified and patient, in the soft caress of the island wind. Symbols of identity, when carried gently, are themselves a form of quiet peace. The Rapa Nui people are deeply respectful of their environment, practicing many gentle traditions of conservation and care. They consider the moai sacred and ask visitors not to touch them, not to climb on the ahu, and to walk only on designated paths. These small acts of gentleness preserve the island's tender beauty for future generations. Imagine walking slowly along a quiet grass path, your steps soft, your hands at your sides, your eyes lifted toward a moai standing nearby. You feel a deep sense of belonging to a wide, kinder world, one that values respect over dominance, slowness over haste, presence over noise. Such gentle ways of being are themselves a kind of meditation, a soft reminder that the world responds tenderly when we treat it with love. Tonight, even your soft breathing is a small, kind gesture toward gentle living. Long ago, communal meals on Easter Island were beautiful, peaceful gatherings with families and neighbors coming together to share food prepared in the umupe earth oven. The cooking was slow, the conversations were warm, and the meals stretched on for many gentle hours. Children played softly in the grass nearby. Elders shared stories from their long lives. Everyone ate from simple wooden plates, drinking pure water from the mountain springs. Imagine sitting at such a communal meal in the warm late afternoon light. The smell of roasted sweet potatoes mingling with the salty sea breeze, laughter rising softly into the air. There is a deep peace in such gatherings, the peace of belonging, of shared kindness, of slow time passing among loved ones. Tonight, your own gentle thoughts can rest in that warm communal feeling, surrounded in spirit by all who have ever loved you. The ancient Rapa Nui people had a deep reverence for water, especially fresh water, which was relatively scarce on the small island. They built small, carefully placed cisterns called puna to catch and store rainwater, and they treasured the fresh water found in the volcanic crater lakes. Drinking pure water was considered almost sacred, a small daily ritual of gratitude. Imagine cupping clean, cool water in your hands at one of these old cisterns, lifting it gently to your mouth, drinking slowly with quiet thankfulness. The taste is fresh and pure, faintly sweet from the volcanic stone. The wind brushes softly across your shoulders. The sun is warm but not strong. Such moments of simple gratitude are themselves nourishment for the soul. Tonight, even the soft, cool water resting in your bedside glass can carry that same quiet, ancient gentleness. Among the many small, gentle creatures of Easter Island are the local geckos and lizards, which sun themselves peacefully on warm volcanic rocks during the day. They move with delicate precision, their small bodies blending softly with the stone, their bright eyes alert yet calm. Sometimes they pause for many quiet minutes, basking with closed eyes in the gentle warmth, breathing slowly. Imagine watching one such gecko as it rests on a smooth lava rock in the soft afternoon light, its tiny chest rising and falling softly, its skin golden and patterned like a small, precious jewel. There is a peaceful poetry in such tiny lives, content to simply rest, to absorb sunlight, to exist gently within the day. Tonight, your own peaceful breathing can be like that, slow and quiet, fully content with the soft warmth of your own gentle resting place. The shores of Easter Island are sometimes graced by curious, gentle sea lions, mostly visiting from cooler waters far away. They occasionally rest on the rocky beaches, sunning themselves with sleepy contentment, their dark eyes blinking slowly. They are calm, peaceful creatures, content to simply lie in the warm sunlight, breathing gently in the fresh sea air. Imagine watching one such sea lion from a respectful distance, its body curled softly on a smooth black rock, its whiskers glinting in the gentle light. It yawns slowly, stretches its flippers, then settles back into restful stillness. The waves murmur peacefully nearby. The sun warms everything tenderly. Such moments remind us how natural and beautiful rest truly is, how creatures throughout the world honor the simple sacred art of resting. Tonight, you too can honor that art by sinking softly into your warm, comfortable sleep. Easter Island has small but lovely gardens and orchards where bananas, papayas, mangoes, pineapples, and avocados grow softly in the rich volcanic soil. The fruits ripen slowly under the gentle island sun, their flavors deep and tender. Visitors and locals alike enjoy fresh fruit harvested directly from the trees, eaten in the soft morning light, or shared as warm afternoon snacks. Imagine biting into a perfectly ripe mango on a warm afternoon, its sweet golden juice running gently down your fingers, its fragrance filling the warm air. A small breeze ruffles the leaves above. The sky is soft, pale blue. Time slows to a sweet, drowsy crawl. There is something deeply soothing in the simple pleasure of fresh fruit, a reminder that the earth offers its tenderness in many forms. Tonight, your dreams can carry such soft sweetness into deep, gentle sleep. The town of Hungaroa has a small, lovely cemetery overlooking the sea, where members of the local community rest peacefully beneath the open sky. Brightly painted graves are decorated with flowers, ribbons, and small mementos. The place is filled with a tender sense of love and remembrance. Many graves have small statues of moai, or carved wooden figures. The wind blows softly through the cemetery, carrying the faint scent of fresh flowers and ocean salt. Imagine walking gently through this soft place at sunset, the sky deepening into rose and lavender, the gravestones glowing softly in the fading light. The atmosphere is not sad. It is profoundly peaceful, full of reverence and quiet love. Such places remind us that even endings are wrapped tenderly in beauty here. Tonight, the soft remembrance of such peaceful places can warm your own settling heart. The small Catholic church of Hungaroa, called the Santa Cruz Church, is a beautiful, quietly unique building, blending Christian symbols with Rapa Nui cultural elements. Inside, wooden carvings of saints often have features that resemble the moai, with elongated faces and serene expressions. The interior is softly decorated, filled with gentle natural light from small windows. Imagine stepping inside on a quiet Sunday morning, the wooden pews softly polished by years of use, the air carrying a faint fragrance of beeswax and sea air. The melody of a soft hymn drifts gently through the building, sung by villagers in both Spanish and Rapa Nui. The blending of cultures here is deeply touching, like two soft rivers meeting and flowing onward together. Tonight, may your heart hold that same tender openness, blending all your gentle thoughts into one peaceful, harmonious flow. The traditional Rapa Nui art of carving still continues today, with skilled local artisans producing beautiful figures in wood and stone. They craft moai miniatures, moai kava-kava, rei miro pendants, and many other tender creations. Each piece is shaped slowly with patient hands, polished gently, and lovingly imbued with the spirit of the island. Imagine watching one such artisan at work in a small open-air workshop, the soft smell of wood shavings in the warm air, the rhythmic light tapping of their tools, the gentle smile on their face as they shape a moai miniature. The whole scene is meditative, slow, and tenderly beautiful. Such patient work is itself a form of meditation. Tonight, as you settle into rest, your gentle breathing can mirror the soft rhythm of those patient hands, slow and steady and lovingly attentive. The night air on Easter Island is famously soft and clean, scented faintly with sea salt, wild grasses, and the cool freshness of the open ocean. After sunset, a gentle stillness settles over the entire island, broken only by the distant murmur of waves and the soft rustle of grasses. The temperature cools tenderly, and the stars begin their slow procession across the sky. Imagine stepping outside on such a soft tropical night, the air kissing your cheeks like cool silk, the ocean breathing slowly nearby, the moai standing watchful in the silver moonlight. You feel utterly safe, gently held by the night itself. The island sleeps peacefully around you. The stars shine quietly. Tonight, even far away, you can carry that same soft sense of peaceful belonging into your own room, into your own bed, into your own deep, tender rest. Easter Island is a place where time itself seems to soften. The pace of life is slow, the people are warm, the landscape is gentle, the history is ancient, and the silence is deep. Visitors often describe a special feeling of peace that descends upon them after only a few days on the island, as though the entire place is slowly teaching them how to truly rest. Imagine that feeling settling deeply into you now, even from far away. Your shoulders relax, your breath softens, your heart beats steadily and gently. the world becomes simpler, slower, and kinder. The island itself, with all its moai, volcanoes, oceans, and wide skies, seems to wrap softly around you like a warm, peaceful blanket. Easter Island reminds us that rest is not an absence. It is a presence, deep, kind, and infinitely gentle. And as we reach the end of our gentle journey, the moai still stand quietly across the soft hills of Rapa Nui. Just as they have for hundreds of years, the waves still murmur tenderly along the volcanic shores. The wind still moves slowly through the long grasses. The stars still shine sweetly above the wide, quiet sea. The island still breathes its slow, peaceful breath, sharing its tender wisdom with all who come to rest within its embrace. Imagine yourself there now, lying softly on a warm, grassy hillside under a vast starlit sky. The moai watching kindly over you, the ocean singing its lullaby in the distance, the moon casting silver light across everything. You are safe. You are cherished. You are held. Easter Island whispers softly to your heart, and your heart, now full of quiet peace, is ready for deep, gentle sleep. And so, our slow, gentle wandering through the soft mysteries of Easter Island draws toward its peaceful close. We have traveled together across rolling green hills, past silent stone giants, beneath endless starry skies, and through the warm hush of ancient legends. We have listened to the soft breath of the ocean, watched the slow dance of clouds above sleeping volcanoes, and felt the tender warmth of a small green island floating in the heart of the great Pacific. Through every quiet word, every soft image, every gentle whisper of memory, the island has offered itself to you like a warm friend, sharing its softest stories beside a slow-burning evening fire. Easter Island remains one of the most beloved and tender places on our beautiful earth, a soft sanctuary of art, heritage, nature, and quiet peace. Its moai still stand patiently along the shores, their long faces lifted gently toward the inland horizons, watching over a land that has cradled countless generations. Its volcanoes still sleep beneath blankets of soft grass and wildflowers, dreaming the slow dreams of stones. Its waves still whisper across white sandy beaches, and its winds still carry the songs of seabirds and the soft echoes of ancient voyagers. Even after all the centuries, the island continues to remind us of the slow, patient beauty of small things, of carved stones polished by tender hands, of woven grasses warmed by sun, of fresh fruit ripening in soft summer air, of stars shining peacefully over silent shores. It teaches us that rest is sacred, that slowness is wisdom, that every moment of quiet attention is a soft act of love. Tonight, as your body softens deeper into your warm bed, as your breath grows slower and your thoughts begin to gently drift, you may carry with you a small piece of Rapa Nui's tender peace, a piece of stone, a piece of sea breeze, a piece of moonlight on a sleeping volcano. Let these soft images rest within your heart, like quiet companions guiding you safely into the gentle waters of dreamless, beautiful sleep. And now, dear listener, we slowly close our soft journey together. The moai still stand patiently in the moonlight of your imagination, their kind stone faces watching gently over the wide grassy hills. The volcanoes still sleep peacefully beneath their soft blankets of green. The ocean still breathes its slow lullaby along the shores of Rapa Nui, rocking the small green island tenderly as it has for thousands of patient years. And here, in your warm, safe bed, you are equally cradled, equally watched over, equally held within the soft embrace of this peaceful evening. Let your body sink a little deeper into your pillow now, like soft sand settling beneath the gentle tide. Let your shoulders soften, like clouds dissolving slowly into the quiet evening sky. Let your thoughts drift unhurriedly, the way a small canoe drifts across a still moonlit lagoon. There is nothing more to do. There is nowhere else to go. There is only this soft, tender, peaceful moment, breathing slowly with you, like the patient ocean that surrounds Rapa Nui. You have carried yourself faithfully through another long day. Whatever happened, whatever was felt, whatever was given, you can now lay it all down softly, like a tired traveler placing their bag beside a warm, welcoming hearth. Rest is your gentle reward. Sleep is your tender homecoming. The island of Rapa Nui has whispered its soft stories to your heart, and your heart now whispers softly back, sinking gracefully into the warm, quiet waters of deep, restful sleep. Thank you for spending this peaceful evening with Science for Bedtime. If this gentle journey brought you any small piece of comfort, you are warmly welcome to leave a soft like or to subscribe so we can drift off together again on another sleepy night. It helps our quiet little corner of the world grow gently, like moonlight spreading across still water. May your dreams tonight be soft and beautiful, like wildflowers blooming silently across the hills of Rapa Nui. May your sleep be deep, gentle, and lovingly restful. May the soft hush of the ocean carry you tenderly through the long, quiet hours of the night. Good night and sleep deeply.